Uh, Wahkotowin, that's something that's very important to us Native people, is our relatives, your first cousins. You don't call them your first cousin, you just call them your brothers and your sisters. I still do that. My first cousins, I call them sister or brother. That was the way it was. And with with the elders, we were never allowed to name an elder by their name. It was either kokom, musum, or auntie or uncle. Your relatives, they were very important, and we were taught to respect them. We were never allowed to talk back to our parents. I would never dream of talking back to my parents. I was a grandmother already, and if my mom had something to say to me, I sat there and listened. I never once talked back to my mom or my dad. I would never dream to talk back to my dad. That was something that it was instilled in us. We totally respected our parents, even our older siblings. We were never allowed to quarrel with our older siblings. Younger ones, yes, we can, but our older ones, never. I wouldn't dare, yell at my big sister. That was something that was never done. And Native people, they have a way of taking in, somebody that's really needy. When I was growing up, we never just totally lived by ourselves. There was, we were a family of 7 children, but other people always lived with us. Someone lived with us over the winter that didn't have a home, or for some other reason, they needed some place to be, and we always took them in. Growing up, I always had other people, adults or young children, that weren't my parents' children, and they just lived with us, and that's how we did things, and just automatically, I guess, people helped each other, and like Eldon was saying, we never even locked our doors. We didn't even have locks in our homes. We never locked our doors, and we never lost anything, and people, just respected each other. And that's something we've lost. We have young people now that talk back to their parents. They talk back to anybody, and it's sad. It's sad that we've lost so much. And thank you. That's all I have to say for now.